What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, thanks for tuning in. So today we got a short video for you guys, something that a number of you guys requested after the turbo install video that I posted last weekend. Gotta say that I have been loving the turbo so far, so thank you to you guys over at KC Turbos for helping me get the turbo on the channel, getting it in the truck. It's been fun to be driving around with. Gives it a nice little spool while driving. Just sounds pretty sweet, which goes into what we're going to be doing today, which is actually doing some audio testing for you guys to give you guys a better idea of what the turbo actually sounds like with a 4-inch exhaust. Like I said, a number of you guys requested. I didn't do a whole lot of driving footage in the last video. The last video was already really long, so that's kind of why I didn't do it. But today is the day that we'll get a good quick video on actual driving sounds of what the turbo actually sounds like. By no means is it some crazy ball bearing spinning turbo, but I think it sounds pretty darn good. So I think what I'm going to try to do today is something that a number of you guys have said to me already, something I've heard from multiple people at this point, which is unplugging the wastegate on the turbo. Apparently, from what multiple people have heard from KC, is that we're actually not supposed to be using the wastegate on the turbo. So I haven't actually gotten in touch with KC at this point to ask them this personally, but from what multiple people have said is the guys at KC say not to hook up the boost line to it, just let it run mechanically. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to unplug it, see if it runs any differently. I don't expect it to make a huge difference since it is set to about 30 pounds of boost before it really starts to open. But we'll see. I'll unplug it, see if it makes a difference. But that's just something I've heard from multiple people at this point, so figure I'd give it a shot. Yeah, I'm going to try to get some footage for you guys inside the cab, some footage on the GoPro hooked to the back of the truck. Hopefully that picks up some decent audio. I don't know how well it'll be, but we'll find out. And then maybe do some drive-bys as well, so you guys can actually see what it sounds like, both inside the truck and outside the truck. To me, it sounds pretty darn sweet. We'll see how good of audio we can get on it, because for some reason, most of the audio clips you find on YouTube for 7.3 audio seems like the people shot them on an old 2000s flip phone. So I'm going to try to get a better video out on the internet for you guys to enjoy some good 7.3 sounds with an upgraded turbo and a straight piped exhaust. So I'm going to hop up under the hood of the truck, unplug the wastegate, and then we're going to let her warm up and go for a drive. Alright, here under the hood, for those of you guys that missed the install of this beautiful, glorious KC turbo and the new intercooler piping, give you guys a quick look at it. I have a full video of the install of these and some performance testing along with it. If you're interested, you got the new intercooler piping, the riffraff boots, the pusher intake, the KC turbo back tucked away under there, the riffraff boost fooler all the way on that side right over there. And of course, lots of other goodies and everything underneath the hood. Today, what we're under here right now is to unplug that guy right back there, and we'll just cap it off on one of these clamps for the time being, just so we're not bleeding ever so slightly bit amount of boost out of that. Not that it really matters that much, but we'll see if I can reach back there and get that, and we should be good to go. Oh, just barely reach it. Huh. I guess it really wasn't hooked up that well anyways. Alright, there we go. We got it unhooked back there. As you can see, got it plugged off on the bolt right there. And then right under there, actually, you can see, if I can zoom in on it, where the red line connects in there. It actually popped out of there. I don't know if it was popped out before. Not focusing very well. Right there. I don't know if it's popped out before or not, so I might have been driving with it unplugged already. But either way, it's back in place. This whole green and red tube assembly is all worn out. I'm pretty beat up already. You can kind of tell. It's seen better days. I'm sure it's the original set of tubes, but should be good enough for now. Got that unplugged, so let's go back, set you guys up behind the truck, and we'll get a little bit of a startup test, let it warm up, and go for a drive. Tell you what, if if you own a diesel, no matter what you do under the hood, you always get filthy. All I did was unplug a line and hook it back somewhere else. Took about 5 minutes, maybe less, and this is what I get. Hashtag diesel life. Alright, so there you go. We just got the actual outside sound testing done. And it's pretty good. Don't make fun of me for the burnout. One wheel wonder here. Still got the stock open diff. And I'm not tearing it apart too much, so nothing crazy there. But hopefully you guys got some pretty good sound clips of the outside. Just kind of watching it on the camera. I think we did a pretty good job getting those. So on the way back home, we'll give you guys some sound clips of actually inside the truck so you can kind of see what it sounds like in while you're driving. So I'll let you guys kind of just sit and watch. My brother's doing some filming right now, so thank you to him. Yeah, so we'll just get you guys some sounds to enjoy on the drive back home. So pretty much with this turbo, from what it seems like, it's basically anything under 2,000 RPMs. It seems to be acting very close to a stock turbo. I mean, you can hear it a little more, but other than that, it's not a huge difference. It's once you get over 2,000 RPMs is when you really notice that it's not a stock turbo, and it builds boost a little bit faster, and it sounds a whole lot meaner. That was about 32 pounds of boost. I'm not even sure how well you guys will be able to hear it, but it does have a pretty good whistle to it. All right, there you guys go. Back at the house. Let me know what you guys think about the sound test. Hopefully it turned out all right. I haven't gotten to editing it, obviously, but based on the short clips I got off of my camera, I think it did all right. I gotta laugh a little bit at the baby burnout. Um, One, it's hard to do burnouts when you're driving with hand controls and you can't hardly use your legs. So I did my best there. And two, obviously the truck isn't making gobs of power. And I think, as you guys could probably tell, it has an open diff, so it's only spinning one tire. So it is what it is. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it a little bit. I don't feel like shredding the meat on my expensive tires too much. So there you guys go. That's what you get. Beggars can't be choosers. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully the audio quality came out pretty darn good. Let me know if there's any kind of testing or different types of video you'd want me to make with the turbo. I'm really hoping to get some towing testing in here in the near future. I don't know exactly when or what I'll be towing, but I would like to get a trailer behind the truck and see how the turbo actually does and see how the whole setup does, really. I haven't really towed much since I got the new injectors, or obviously the turbo, so it'd be cool to see how it actually does, how the EGTs do, just all of it, see how she performs. The transmission is still stock, so I try not to put too much strain on it. You guys see me play around with it more than I ever do. It's mainly just for the videos. For the most part, I baby the truck pretty darn good. But when she needs to work, she needs to work. We'll see. Maybe a build transmission will be coming in the future. I don't know yet. Right now, the stock one seems to be behaving pretty good. Like I said, I'm not too hard on it, and I try not to be too hard on it. But when the time comes, I do have the money set aside for the built transmission. I'm just seeing how long this one will last. But yeah, I think that's basically it for today. I didn't want to make a super long video for you guys. I know driving videos alone are kind of boring. So I'll try to cut this down and just give you guys the exciting, fun parts of it all. I don't quite know what's coming on the channel yet. I have some more stuff to do on this truck. There's a few projects I'd like to get done. But as far as like main power and performance mods go, I got the turbo, I got the injectors, I got the supporting stuff for it other than a transmission. She's in a pretty good spot inside the engine, or in the engine bay. So I'm not quite sure what's in the future for this truck. I do have some cosmetic stuff to get done, some other convenient stuff to get done. Just kind of general stuff. So with that being said, I think I am starting to be in the market for a new project truck. Like I've said in a couple videos, I'm not planning on getting rid of this truck anytime soon. I've put a lot of time and money into it. I enjoy driving it. I don't plan on getting rid of it anytime soon, but I am thinking about getting somewhat of a play truck, something I can really build up. I'm not going to say it's not a reliably built truck, but it's a truck that's going to be meant to be beat on. Just have fun, make it a good time. Something I won't do with my daily driver. So I'm in the market for that right now. At some point, I think it would be pretty darn fun to build a good old 7.3 OBS truck. I've always loved that body style. I'd say I actually like it more than this body style. It's just kind of a classic looking truck. But at the end of the day, I think everybody on this channel knows that 7.3s are not the best when it comes to trying to build a high performance horsepower truck. It can be done. Don't get me wrong. It can be done. The tuner that does all my tuning, Brian Jelich, he has a kick-ass 7.3. 7.3 Garage, he's another YouTuber. He's building a kick-ass 7.3. But at the end of the day, 7.3s were not built for high horsepower. They can be done, but it's going to cost you half your bank account plus your left nut. It is what it is. So I love the 7.3 platform, but I'm kind of thinking about picking up like an old 12-valve Cummins. They're just beasts of motors. I might get some shade from this. I know this is mostly a 7.3 channel, but to me, I enjoy automotive content in general. So let me know what you guys would think. Obviously, nothing's decided yet, but I am thinking about picking up an old Cummins and just having some fun with it, building it up. As time allows, as time and money allows, just building it up, having fun with it, just doing some fun stuff. I think it would be a pretty sweet build, bring in some more audience to the channel. I'm not trying to make this a 7.3 entirely channel. I enjoy automotive content. I enjoy diesel content. I love Ford. I'm not going to get into the whole Ford, Dodge, Chevy thing. I like them all. They all have their benefits. Obviously, I like my 7.3. I like my Ford. But I would like to branch out. How am I supposed to say which better, the 7.3 or the 12 valve, if I haven't driven both of them? Maybe that's just me trying to give myself excuses to buy more trucks. I don't know, but I am thinking about picking up another truck on the channel. So actually, let me show you a project I've been thinking about working on for a little while. It's actually the first truck I ever bought. All right, here you guys go. What you are looking at is the first truck that I ever owned. I got this truck when I was 15, kind of given it to me as a gift. My great-grandparents actually bought this truck brand new off the Ford lot. It's been in the family since, kind of getting passed down through the generations to people that have needed it. I got this truck when I was 15 with the deal that if I fixed it up, got it running good, and paid the money to do so, that it was mine to drive and take care of. I drove this truck for about a year until I decided I wanted something with four-wheel drive and a little more fun to beat around and have fun with, as most high school boys do. So I ended up selling this back to my father, and he's owned it since. Hasn't been driven much. So this truck has actually been sitting back here for probably 4 or 5 years at this point. Probably hasn't run in a few years. The batteries are toast in it. Hasn't been started up in probably 2 or 3 years. The poor girl has kind of just been sitting. And so for a long time, even since when I owned it, I've played around with the idea of going through and not exactly restoring it. I like the old patina it has. Obviously cleaned it up. It looks a lot better when it's not covered in moss and whatnot. But I would love to someday go back to this truck, clean her up, rebuild the engine, redo the interior, and just bring her back to life. So I've thought about doing that on this channel and taking you guys along with the process of going through and giving an old truck new life. I just don't know how well it would do on the channel, seeing that most of my basically all of my content is diesel content. I don't know how you guys would like seeing kind of the restoration of an old 70s Dentside F-150. If it's something you guys might be interested in, let me know. This is kind of something I've always dreamed about doing, something I've always thought would be cool. I know family members would love to kick in and help do some work on this thing and get her back on the road, get her driving regularly. Maybe it's time to give the old girl some love. Well, there you guys go. I think I've been rambling on for 10 or 15 minutes at this point, so I said a quick video, and sure enough, I get to talking. Let me know if you guys think about a new project on the channel, whether you guys would be interested in seeing me go through this truck entirely over the course of I don't know how long and just bringing her back to life and giving her all new parts and pieces and just making her a good running reliable truck again, redoing the whole interior, making it all nice and clean inside again, new parts, building up the engine a little bit, nothing crazy, but just I don't know, going through an old truck and getting her back on the road. If it's something you guys would be interested in, let me know. Maybe I'll do a whole video just dedicated to this truck, kind of walking through it, showing you guys the bits and pieces of it, the inside, the engine bay, just all the whole walk around of the truck. Let me know if you guys would be interested in that. And then, of course, I'd love to know your guys' opinions on different diesel trucks, different diesel builds. Obviously, right now, the channel's been 7.3 content. I'm very interested in exploring the idea of working into the Cummins content. I know the channel is going to be incredibly biased to the 7.3 platform. That's just how it is. I got nothing against the 7.3. I got nothing against the 12-valve Cummins. We'll see. I think this year can be a pretty awesome year as far as cool content goes, cool new projects. I think I can almost say without a doubt that there's going to be another truck on the channel at some point this year, hopefully sooner than later. Whether it's this truck, a new OBS, a new Cummins, I don't know. But let me know what you guys think about any of that stuff. Obviously, you guys have kind of helped build the channel into what it is. And so I'd like to keep you happy, but at the same time, I want to do something that I think is fun. yeah, I don't want to ramble on too much more. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the content. Hopefully the audio turned out well in this video. I'm tired of seeing videos of 7.3s out there with really crappy audio. With that, I think I'm going to call it an end to the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. As always, if you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down below, and I read every single comment and get back to all of them that I can if they require a response. I appreciate all of your guys' interaction with the channel. It helps the channel grow. If you guys like the video, leave it a thumbs up. Kind of lets the people at YouTube know that the channel is good and people like it and they share it more. It really makes a bigger difference than you guys probably realize. Having you guys like the channel or like the videos and leave comments on the videos makes a big difference. Of course, if you guys are new to the channel and you're not subscribed and you're interested in any of the stuff I've been talking about or doing or working on or showing, hit that subscribe button. It should be a pretty exciting year for the channel. I don't want you guys to miss out. Hopefully you guys have a good weekend, get some work done on your rigs, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.